Okay, so the main technique we're thinking here is similar triangles. I hope you guys all know similar triangles, right? Something imply. We have this small triangle, right? ABC versus we have ABC and we also have the big triangle. AB prime C prime, AB dot C dot. And essentially, because they say CB is vertical, right? CB is a wooden stick which is placed vertically. Vertically ก็คือตั้งตรงแนวตั้งอ่ะ Essentially just means มันตั้งฉากตรงนี้ปะ Just means it's right angle. Essentially we are parallel. So this kind of edge of the building must be parallel to the stick. And so we have this situation where we have parallel lines. And so you get that this angle up here must be equal to this angle up here. Well, actually we don't even need that. If it's 90 degrees here and it's 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, 90 degrees here, right? And they have the same angle here. That's the same angle, right? มันก็คือมุมเนี่ยทั้งคู่ We get that these two triangles must be similar. And so proportions come in, and then we just get that what? We want to find AC that, right? So we go like, okay, AC that. So we say AC that over what? Over AC, right? We have to take signs which are like this kind of the one we're looking at. AC that is like our longest side here, right? So that divided by the longest side of like the smaller triangle must be equal to any other pair of sides. So in this case, I think it's easiest to take AB dash. So on AB. So we have AC dash over AC is AB dash over AB. And so from that, we're nearly done, right? So we just have to move this thing up here, right? So AC prime, AB prime over AB, AC. Okay, and now we know AB dash, right? If AB prime is this whole thing, 1.6 and 7.2 will give you 8.8. So that's 8.8. AB is 1.6, and now we're just left with AC. And then you're thinking, okay, how do I work out AC? Pythagoras. ก็ใช้ทฤษฎีพีทาโกรัสไปเนาะ อันนี้ 1.6 อันนี้ 1.2 ก็ลองไปคิดดูว่า AC ได้เท่าไหร่ มันจะได้ 2.0 พอดี So from all of that you get, so AB prime is 8.8, AB is 1.6, AC is 2.0. Multiply all that together and you should get something like 6.6. I remember that they're asking for in centimeters. Centimeter ใช่ไหมก็เปลี่ยน อันนี้มันอยู่ในเมตรใช่ป่ะ เราก็เปลี่ยนเป็นเซนติเมตรก็ได้ 660 นะครับก็เป็นคำตอบ ข้อนี้ก็หลักๆคือเราก็ต้องวาดรูปให้มันถูกก่อนใช่ป่ะ We had 2y minus 5, right? Tell me if I'm wrong, by the way. 2y minus 5 is 0. That's the same as the line y is 502. I move the 5 to this side. I get 2y is plus 5. And then I divide. That's a y, sorry. I divide by the 2. I get y is 5 over 2. So essentially this gives you this line. And then you had the line y plus 2 is 0, right? Y plus 2 is 0. Did you get 1 plus 2 is 0? It's either that or y, or they gave you that straight away. Okay, so we had, and they gave you that straight away, right? They gave, no, so I don't even need this. They gave you the y is equal to minus 2. They gave you x is equal to 3a and x is equal to minus a. They were written it as a x plus a 0, right? And x minus 3a 0. ก็ย้ายค่าเหมือนกันก็จะได้ x เท่ากับ 3a กับ x เท่ากับลบ a ทีนี้สังเกตก่อนว่า this is the case where a is non-negative or a is positive for that. This is when a is positive. Because when a is positive, minus a is negative, right? So it must be on the left side of our y-axis. And if a is less than 0, right? Then minus a will be positive. ลบ a ก็จะเป็นบวกใช่ไหมมันก็จะอยู่อารมณ์ประมาณตรงนี้ That will be your minus a. 3a will now be negative and it will be like somewhere here. It will actually be like a very similar shape. So let's not worry too much about that for now. Okay, so essentially you get this shape and they say this rectangle, which is bounded by these 4 lines, it has an area of 18, right? I'm pretty sure. Okay, so it has an area of 20, right? And we're thinking, okay, rectangle area ก็คืออะไร length times width ยาวคูณกว้างอะไรก็ตามก็คือ it has a width here, length here of 4a. You're thinking like it's 3a from this to this, that's 3a. And from minus a to 0, that's a. You can also think it's like 3a minus a, right? If you want to find like the distance between 3a and minus a, it's 3a minus of minus a, which would give you 4a. So essentially we have length of 4a, width is this bit, which is what? 5 over 2 minus 2. And that would give you 9 over 2, I think. So we have that 9 over 2 times 4a is equal to 18. And if you solve that, 9 ส่วน2คูณ 4a ได้ 18 ใช่ป่ะ 2 กับ 4 ตัดกัน so that will give you 18a is 18. And so a must be equal to 1. The reason why they ask for the absolute value is you could also have the case where a is negative. And if a is negative, then you actually get the reverse. You get minus 18a will be equal to 18. And then you get a is minus 1. So either way, you get a is 1 or a is minus 1. And either way, you will get absolute a to be equal to 1. Yeah. So I guess you could, if you want, you could do it in one go. You can say if it's 3a to minus a, right? The distance here, whatever it is, will be the absolute value of 3a minus of minus a. Which is why if you do it straight away, you get just absolute 4a. And then the width here will always be 9 over 2. Because we have 5. Okay, I should write that again. We have 5 over 2 minus 2, right? We don't even need apps for that. 5 over 2 minus 2, which will give you 9 over 2. So we have 9 over 2 times absolute 4a is 18. And you end up with the same thing that you just get. Absolute 18a is equal to 18. And so absolute a must be equal to 1. Like, I think one of the first things you have to find is like the radius of the circle. And there's quite an easy like / nice way of finding this radius of the circle, but you have to spot it first. And then once you have the radius of the circle, it's a bit easier to do the rest, right? So this is like, I think, a nice way to start. Try drawing out BO and OC. Obviously, these two are both radii plural radius. Both of these are radii of our circle. And you might find something nice about them. Circle theorems. The angle at the center is double the angle at the circumference if they're subtended by the same arc. So if this is double of this is 30, this must be 60. If you're not sure about this, I might find time at the end to prove this for you. If this is 60, okay, this is a radius and this is a radius, so they are equal. If they're equal and this is 60, if you try to work out these two angles, they'll both also be 60. These two have to add up to 120 because that's 60. And if both of these angles must be equal, they must both be 60. If we call this theta, we have 2 theta plus 60 plus the 60 up here plus the 60 here must be 180. เพราะมุมใน3เหลี่ยมเป็น180ครับแก้ดูก็ได้2 theta เท่ากับ120 theta ได้60 พอ theta ได้60 Okay, so what do we get? Equilateral triangle. So because we get an equilateral triangle, we conveniently get that because this is 6, this also must be 6, and this is 6. Essentially, the radius is 6. So these sides must be 6. So the radius is 6. And now we do the second step of this question. We want the shaded region, right? Is equal to like our sector, right? Sector minus the triangle. This is the shaded region. Right? The sector has an angle at the center of 60. So the sector here คืออะไรก็คือ60ส่วน360ป่ะคูณ pi r กำลัง2 pi r กำลัง2 r คืออะไร r คือ6ก็คือคูณ6กำลัง2โอเคก็คิดอันนี้ออกมามันน่าจะออกมาเป็น6 pi พอดี and then we have the triangle left. Now the triangle is what, a 666 equilateral, right? So if it's 666, one of the ways to do it is to use trigonometry. ถ้าไม่อยากใช้ตีโกณใช่ไหมเราก็ทำปกติไม่รู้เราเคยได้ทำก่อนน่าจะพอได้ทำป่ะคือลากส่วนสูงซะลากส่วนสูงใช่ป่ะ ทีนี้ไอ้ส่วนสูงเนี่ยมันจะแบ่งครึ่งพอดีเพราะมันเป็นสามเหลี่ยมด้านเท่ามันมีความสมมาตรเลยลองไปคิดดูก็ได้ลองถ้าอยากพิสูจน์ก็พิสูจน์ใช้สามเหลี่ยมเท่ากันทุกประการ so if this comes and cuts the base in half this must be 3 if this is 6 we get the height by Pythagoras to be the square root of 36 minus 9 อันนี้ทานปะ3 กำลัง 2บวกความสูงกำลัง 2เท่ากับ6 กำลัง 2บวกh กำลัง 2ก็ได้ h กำลัง 2เท่ากับ6 กำลัง 2ก็ได้ว่า h กำลัง 2เท่ากับ6 กำลัง 2 คือ 3 6ใช่ป่ะ3 กำลัง 2 คือ 9 move the 9 here it's 36 minus 9 so h then becomes the root of 36 minus 9 which is root of 27 root of 27 what is 27 27 is 9 times 3 right the 9 with the square root gives you the 3 9 ติดรูทก็ได้3ใช่ไหม3ติดรูทก็เป็นรูท3 so จาก9คูณ3ก็แยกออกมาเป็น3กับรูท3ทันปะที่เขียนตัวนี้นะเขียนทางซ้ายนะ9คูณ3ใช่ไหมก็คือรูท9รูท3รูท9คือ3มันคือ3รูท3 so we have 3 root 3 here so we have h is 3 root 3 now if I want the area of this triangle มันก็คืออะไร1/2คูณฐานคูณสูงใช่ปะ half base times height the height is 3 root 3 half of the base is 3 base is 6 so half of the base is 3 so the area of this would be we say half base times height right half of the base is 3 and the height is 3 root 3 so from that you get 9 root 3 9 root 3 1/2คูณฐาน1/2คูณฐานได้3ส่วนสูงคือ3 root 3ออกมาก็เป็น9 root 3 the area of the triangle here is 9 root 3 and the area of the sector is 6 pi so we have 6 pi minus 9 root 3 so you get question 2